Good morning to you. Welcome here. Just taking a deep breath. Good morning. Eyes open, wide awake, ready to face this day. Thankful for all of the opportunities that are set before me. Namaste, namaskar. I'm beautiful. Peace and grace, love and mercy. So good, so good. I hope that everyone is well. Today, I want us to move together toward a deeper understanding of non-attachment. Not being so solid and concrete about anything. When we finally realize that all things change, all of a sudden then there's nothing to hold on to. That's a deep truth we could sit with really the whole meditation. When we realize that all things change, then we stop trying to hold on to anything, any feeling, any emotion, any thought. They all change, and they're subject to change. Vivekananda said, "The only thing that is permanent is that which changes not." This body changes, our minds change, our habits change. Hopefully we've seen some alterations with our habits just pertaining to this practice alone. This practice alone has changed my habits. I'm more habitually compassionate, kind, understanding. I find it easy now to quickly shift in a tense or an intense or confrontational moment, to shift to a place of peace and awareness of who I really am. So we're letting go of the I, and we're letting go of the stuff that has concreted our feet. We're becoming much more fluid. We're flowing more like water. Here's a quick quote from the Tao as we begin to move together into a space today of non-attachment, letting go of the need to interfere and control. I put up a post yesterday for One Love Spirit Center, and it basically said, I refuse to stress over things I cannot control and cannot change. You know, the serenity prayer, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are some things we can change. There are some things that we can alter. But we need to learn more than our ability to alter and change. I think personally, one of the biggest areas of freedom for me has been learning to let it go, to just let it go. There's nothing so important that your peace should be taken because of it. Anything that costs you your peace is too expensive. This from the Tao. Trying to control the future is like trying to take the master carpenter's place. When you handle the master carpenter's tools, chances are that you'll harm yourself. Once again, trying to control the future is like trying to take the master carpenter's place. Here, Lao Tzu is speaking of Tao as the master carpenter. When you handle the master carpenter's tools, chances are that you'll cut yourself or harm yourself. letting go is one of the most powerful ways to get into freedom. So as we go again, and this is a habit that I would love for us to create. As we go again into this time of breathing and just sitting and being together, whatever comes, thoughts, feelings, emotions, whatever comes, don't push it away. Don't push it away. When it goes, don't grieve it. Now that's a philosophy for me that I attempt to live. Certainly want to practice and make it a habit. Whatever comes into my life, I don't push it away. And when it goes, whatever it may be, I don't grieve it. It's here, and then it's gone. Remember, all things are temporary. And when we realize that all things change, there's nothing that we will try to hold on to. Nothing and no one, actually. Because all things and everyone changes. Again, a quote from Muji. Surrender is not weakness, it is strength. It takes tremendous strength to surrender your life to the Supreme. We could say to God, to Tao, to Holy Spirit, however you communicate that. It is strength. It takes tremendous strength to surrender life to the Supreme, to the cosmic unfolding. Let it be whatever it will be, and give up trying to manipulate it. When the thoughts come, don't judge them. They're just there. Don't judge yourself for thinking it. Your brain has all kinds of information it's taken in from movies, from experiences with people, from tasting food, from experiences as a child, some things that you've suppressed. It has things in there. It's a data holding device. Remember, though, that you're not just a container for your thoughts. You're much more than that. The brain's doing what the brain was built to do. And this is why we should not attach to the emotional side or the feeling side of every single thought. They're not your thoughts. Neuroscience says we have between 60 and 70,000 thoughts a day. There's no way they can all be your thoughts. There's thoughts put in there by advertisements on television, by TV shows, by the books you've read, again, by how you've perceived the way someone treated you or spoke to you, or even how they spoke to you. But it's all in this filing cabinet. Let the brain do what the brain is supposed to do. If it's thinking and the thoughts are kind of like monkeys jumping around everywhere, then it's probably doing what it's supposed to do. The key is to not lock in, to not hold on to not cling to let go, to not be attached. All right, I've preached enough this morning. It's just definitely feeling this non-attachment thing today. All right, let's see who all's here. Listen, I know that in the future we may not be able to roll call, but while we can, I like doing it. Karen Stremke, good morning. Linda, good morning. Rachel, good morning. Donna, good morning. Monique, good morning. Elle, good morning. Barbara and Jim, good morning. Fred, good morning. Karen Nashville. So we have Karen Atlanta and Karen Nashville. All right. Mati, good morning. John, good morning. Debbie, good morning. Thank you all for being here in this space. Today, once again, we are emptying out through the practice of non-attachment. I want us to be intentional with that today. I am not attached to what I think. I am not attached to people. Now that one can be rough for some. not even the ones that I say I'm in love with, my partner, my boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, not even my children. My children came through me, but they didn't come necessarily to me. They were sent here from the universe. I don't own them. They're not mine, and I can promise you, every day they're changing, which means I'm not supposed to hold on to them. It doesn't mean that I don't occasionally hold them in an embrace, but that embrace doesn't last forever, right? Catch and release. Let it go. Appreciate what comes. And let it go. Just like the breath. Just like the breath. Denise, good morning. Welcome here, welcome here. Dying to your own attachments is a beautiful death, because this death releases you into real life. You have to die as a seed to live as a tree. And Jesus the Master said, unless a seed goes into the ground and dies, it remains alone. So today, we let go. We let go. We feel the feelings while they're here, but we let them go. The emotions we experience while they're here, and then we let them go. Remember, they're just visitors. They're just guests. Let it be okay. Let's breathe together and get into this space. I promise you, for me, the most important principle and habit I've created through meditation is non-attachment. It's been amazing. Letting go. Letting go. Let's begin with a series of 3 breaths in through the nose, about 3 to 4 seconds. Hold for about 3 to 4 seconds, and then simply let it go. Let's begin at the sound of the singing bowl. Begin. Thank you. Thank you. And our second breath together. Begin. Thank you. Thank you. And our third breath together. Begin. Thank you. Thank you. once again I come into this space, fully aware of the energy, the activity, the happening that is taking place in order to have me here in this space right now. And so I send gratitude and appreciation to my lungs that breathe for me without me asking, to my heart that beats for me without me directing it, to this entire vehicle, this spacesuit called my body that does so many different things without me having to consciously do it. Thank you. Thank you to this body. And I say thank you, pure presence, for making all of this possible. Deep gratitude, pure presence, thank you. Allow yourself for a few moments to just sit and bring your attention to the breath. Just the activity of the breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Receiving and giving. It's the miracle that's constantly happening. Breathing in and breathing out. As I acknowledge the activity of breathing in and breathing out, I'm reminded that everything changes. Therefore, there's no need to hold on to anything. As the thoughts race by, don't reach for them. Just watch them go. As emotions arise, acknowledge that they're there, but you don't have to hold on to them or grasp them. They're temporary visitors. Yes, even the emotions that are sometimes painful, maybe they've arrived to remind you that that thing, that moment came to pass. And if it's a hurtful memory or thought from the past, instead of judging it, simply label it as an expired event that you survived. This is powerful. This is freedom. I am letting go of the feeling that tends to come with these memories. They are only on a film strip. Watch these thoughts as if you're watching a cinema screen at the theater. If there's a fire on the screen, are you burned? If there's a scene with an ocean and a waterfall, does that make you wet? No, it's on the screen. And so I let go. In this moment, I let go of the feelings attached to any memory from the past. It cannot burn me. It cannot soak me. It cannot harm me in this present moment. I label it expired. It's just a memorial. Let it go. I lay these emotional attachments to rest. I let go of emotions, thoughts, beliefs, and feelings. I choose to no longer engage in judging them. I choose to no longer hold on to them. I'll ask you to repeat these words aloud or just within your own mind. Repeat these words 3 times with me. I am letting go. Now this time with a little more intensity, really mean it. I am letting go. And one more time. I am letting go. I have let it go. It's a simple choice. I choose to not cling to or be attached to whatever has happened and whatever my imagination says could happen. Living in the present moment, I am able to no longer be attached to what was or to what might be. I am simply here, now, in this pure presence moment. Dying to your own attachments is a beautiful death, because this death releases you to live life, really live life. It's freedom. You have to die as a seed to live as a tree. choose to live. Non-interference. I let go. I am attached to no thing, and yet open to everything. I am attached to no thing in particular, and yet I am open to everything. Now let's take a few moments to sit together. Be completely open, knowing that nothing can harm your true, conscious, essential self. Nothing can. If water is stabbed, does it bleed? If water is punched, is it bruised? No. Nothing can harm your pure present self. And so in this moment, and if you need to, I'm going to do this. Open up your arms, surrender. Allow the whole universe to move through. Just be that spacious presence and allow the whole universe to move through. I surrender. I let go of fear. I let go of stress and anxiety. I simply allow the universe to move through. Empty, 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 empty. And yet nothing missing. And nothing broken. Free, free, free. Untethered. My chains are gone. Feel that. The power of the universe moving through to and as you. Just as easy as breathing. This is grace. This is freedom. Surrender. Freedom. Non-attachment. Non-interference. Simply be. Simply be. Namaste, Namaskar, Amitabha, peace and grace, love and mercy, freedom, freedom, generosity, compassion, kindness, respect, honor, all goodness. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, God, thank you. Om. Freedom. So good. So good. Absolute freedom. Remember, if you realize that all things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on to, knowing that it comes to pass. It comes to pass. Everything comes to pass. Remember this, G.K. Chesterton said, the angels can fly because they take themselves lightly. So let go. Don't take yourself so seriously. The ego will play that game get you into, I don't consider myself to be arrogant. The moment that thought arrives, let it go quickly and do what you can to not speak it out, because that really is the ego. The truth is that if you're not arrogant and you're not mean and you're not full of ego and you're not attached, that'll show up in your life. You don't have to say it. In fact, in the silence, you possess more power over the ego. I'm going to put up this quote in a few minutes on our Instagram and on to our Facebook page as well. It basically says, only speak when the words you speak are better than silence. I know we don't always do that, I find it funny. Lao Tzu said, the one who speaks has not, and the one who has speaks not, and yet he wrote that and said it. So it's kind of a double bind sometimes and dichotomous, but non-interference. Practice that today. Be in that space. It is Women's Month. We celebrate women this month. Thankful for all the women and the power of the divine feminine that is becoming even more apparent even in our public spaces. And it's good. It's time. The universe knows what needs to be corrected, and it's doing that. But today, excuse me, is specifically a day to celebrate the great Harriet Tubman. It is March the 10th, and it is a day to celebrate Harriet Tubman, a powerful woman who gave her life and her entire self to the freedom of slaves. And so I encourage you, if you find some time today, do some research on Harriet Tubman. There's a movie that was released called Harriet. It's worth a watch. Sit down if you have time today. Take the time if you can, and watch that movie. And if not, do some research. You'll be seeing some posts from us on Facebook and on Instagram celebrating the great Harriet Tubman today. You just know that we celebrate everyone. We are actually radically inclusive, not just with our words, but with our deeds. Let's live that life in that beautiful space. I want to remind you all again that this evening we will be doing our midweek connection, 7 p.m. right here on this station, same channel, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going through the book, Braving the Wilderness by Brené Brown. Chapter 2 is going to be brought to you by our Vice President of our board, Elle Parker, this evening. So I invite you to join us for that at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Karen, I love your inputs. I awake to the light this morning and the naked trees all around me. Do not worry, but in weeks they will be covered in beautiful leaves and blooms. So true. Everything changes. And just because you may be going through a winter season of your life, don't judge the tree of righteousness that you are by one season. There's a time to let go. There's a time to bloom. There's a time to bear fruit. And there's a time to drop your leaves. Okay. Much love to all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Go and make it a great day because you can. Peace.